to WIB Magazine interview. I'm your girl Cece, and I got Mickey Monday on the line with us. Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
But how was your Memorial Day weekend?
It was relaxing. Really enjoyed it. Got to hang out with some family and got to grill a little bit. So, it's just a nice reliever from, the norm, which is just staying in the house and cooking the same thing every other day, pretty much. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a good one too.
That's
But we got our guest on the line, JC Triple Threat. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm doing good. How was your Memorial Day weekend?
I was pretty good, just stayed home with my family. We did some grilling too. It was a fun time, got to relax, a nice 3-day weekend.
Okay. Well, how did you come up with the name JC Triple Threat?
So originally, it came from my first football coach. He called me a triple threat because I started on offense, defense, and special teams. And I was like, ooh, I kind of like that ring to it. So I wanted to keep that as my my stage name because, I write, I rap, I sing, I do, like, basically it's kind of a metaphor of me staying in all elements of the music industry.
Okay. So tell us about this project, the crossover, and the single you have called, what is it, Sci-Fi Chick?
Yeah, so the project Crossover is going to be basically my album. I'm calling it Crossover because I consider myself a crossover artist who doesn't just do one type of genre. So with Sci-Fi Chick, I kind of wanted to show my singing capabilities because most people think I started singing when I actually started rapping first. And so I just wanted to show, the different sides of me, the different sounds, just nice, cool little chill vibe with Sci-Fi Chick.
Okay.
nice. So, yeah, I was going to say, so we're just going into that a little bit more. So do you have a projected date or timeline as to when the crossover is going to be in music stores, or is still in like a concept work in development? Or?
Well, thanks to the pandemic, everything got all sideswiped. So I'm working on stuff, rearranging things, because working on your first album is kind of like your big staple of who you are. So kind of had to look back at the catalog that I had and kind of went back on some other stuff. I'm actually working with some other artists to do some more collaborations because the catalog that I had kind of seemed a little one-dimensional. So I kind of want to hit the masses, hit my fans with the whole spectrum of me.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, we're definitely looking forward to it. So the moment you drop that release date, we're all gonna be tuned in.
Yeah. I'll let you guys know.
Okay, perfect. And then looking at your music video, actually with Sci-Fi Chick, I noticed you in the comic, in the comic store, which that's dope. I love comics too. Like I love comics and anime. So we're gonna have a good time in this little interview. But
yeah.
More
it's
importantly,
actually funny. During the wait, was reading Flashpoint.
Okay, well that's what I was about to ask you, because I noticed in the music video there's a lot of DC comics being like, I noticed you like kind of going through some Marvel, and so I'm just trying to figure out, what are you more of a DC comic fan over Marvel, or do you like both equally, or what's your stance?
So this is my hard stance. I'll get flack for this. I always believe DC has better backstories. Marvel has better movies. When it comes to comic books, DC's like killing it. Most recent one I've been super interested was Dark Metal. That whole series where the corruption of all the evil versions of all the superheroes and like all the different types of Batmans. Was a pretty cool twist that you don't normally see with Marvel. You tend to just see Marvel like, oh, zombie, not a zombie. This guy's fighting this guy, but nothing like really out there like DC goes with it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's disappointing because I'm actually a Marvel fan, but
I
I'll
know.
let you have. I'll let you
I'm
have your
sorry.
thoughts. That's all good. It's all good.
DC gets a little more creative in the comic books. They should start doing more of the creative stuff for the movies, like they do with
Mm,
Joker.
mm.
Like when they redid Joker, I was just like, finally a DC movie. It was like good.
Yeah, it's actually, yeah, I agree. Because out of some of the other movies that have come out, yeah, the Joker was a very refreshing take on a classic. Um,
Oh yeah.
and then just kind of moving into a bit of your personal life. Like I said, I saw you cosplay as one of my favorite characters from one of my favorite anime series. So
Hey.
I was going to ask you, since I noticed that about you, how has that influenced your career as a triple threat in the entertainment industry?
Uh,
Like, how is
uh,
anime and cosplay per se, but more so like how has that influenced you as a person, and how does that coincide with you being a triple threat?
well, a lot of references no one understands. But besides that, like being in the anime, like I'm very, I like very story driven, like has to have a message. Not like there's some weird anime stuff,
Mm,
and like I can count on my like both my hands of the animes that I watch. And what I've noticed is I get lost into like deep narratives and like very intricate characters that are made. So I kind of try to emulate, in a sense, of like different characters of myself
mhm,
doing songs. So like one of the songs I have out is "I Know." That's kind of more like the flirty guy that's like cool with the chicks, and then with Sci-Fi Chick, it's more of a yeah, I could flirt, but I'm a super nerd. You have some of those characters that are like that, and I kind of look at that as like each song is telling its own story of its own character in a sense.
okay. Yeah, I can definitely see. That's why, like I said, I'm peeping. I'm noticing things. That's why I had to get those questions out because I see what you're doing, and I like the direction you're moving in with a lot of your content.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's very, very different. So, who would be somebody you would want to collab with?
Childish Gambino,
Okay.
yeah, just he's doing everything I want to do better.
Okay. Okay. Is he the only one you would want to collab with right at this moment?
um, mm, See, my problem is my biggest like the people I'm a super fan of are like all gone now, and I'm like I'd be like Michael Jackson, Prince, Chester Bennington, like those are the people I listened to when I was
Mhm.
younger, and I'm just like darn.
Yeah.
So, who do you listen to now?
Uh, I've been listening to some. As of right now, I've been going through training through this new job I have at this call center, and it's a lot of work, so it's kind of taking a toll on my music listening. But as of late, I've been listening to JID or JID, The Weekend,
Okay.
basically what's ever on randomly on the radio. I haven't been really just like listening to other people's music. I tend to, when I start working on my stuff, I tend to get lost in like just listening to instrumentals and, coming up with ideas or like reading a comic or watching an old anime that, you know, triggers a memory to come up with a song idea. So
Mhm.
I haven't been really listening to too much music. I've been kind of just like, hey, you asked me what have I been listening to? Instrumentals, instrumental one, instrumental two, like
Okay.
just a bunch of stuff. Like even like classical music, where sometimes I'll get like a vibe off of something, and that
Mhm.
triggers a song idea.
Oh, okay.
Completely
So,
understand.
let me ask you. So, which one do you like doing better? Is it acting, singing, rapping, or football?
Well, football's out of the list because I physically can't do that anymore. Unfortunately, I broke my back. Um, but I can walk and do all that kind of stuff. But
Mhm.
honestly, like that's kind of hard. Like when I did football, I was in love with it, but then I also did music, Oh, this is. Mm. I'd have to say music. I feel like it opens more doors, and you can inspire and help people in a bigger audience, and that's where I focus most of my music in. Like I try not to objectify women. I don't treat them as their objects. I always, if you even listen to my songs where I'm all like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm sexy." Or it's like, "Ooh, girl, you sexy." I'm never not like, "Oh yeah, she a thought." "Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna tap that and get to the next thing." So I try to like subliminally give positive messages. I don't curse in any of my songs. I'm not like I Trust me, there are some songs that need some cursing in it, and sometimes you need to sing those songs. I just want to be the guy where it's like, your kid has my song on the radio, and
Mm.
you're singing that song, and your mom just turns like, "Oh, what'd you just say?" Uh, I don't like the song. I'm switching the channel. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
just to kind of piggyback on that question. So, since you're a triple threat, do you have any available media of you acting, or is it more so that you enjoy acting in your music videos, or like what's something
oh
that
yeah.
that the fans can tap into?
So I'm actually I'm also a voice actor, and I'm in a video game right now that's out called
Okay.
Demons Are Crazy. It's a free game on PC, not Mac. Sorry, Mac users. They're never gonna make us a cool game. But then the other thing that I'm in is I was acting in a movie um, called El Coyote. That it came out like last year, I believe.
Mhm.
Which that was cool because it was actually in theaters. I actually got to see the premiere. It was kind of cool to be
Wow.
on that movie set. Funny story, how I even got into that was I was working at Chipotle, and this director, I didn't know he was a director, walked in, and there was nobody on the line. So I made his burrito and cashed him out, and he's like, "Do you act?" I was like, yes." He's like, "No, no, no. Do you act?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "Here's my card. I want to talk to you. I want you in this movie." And I was like,
Wow.
okay, cool."
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
so
what I said.
So since you're a voice actor, and we kind of been on the topic of like comics and anime, for a lot of people who are watching, they probably don't know what anime is or have never really ventured into that realm before. So, being an avid fan, I know I can tell you are, and I am too myself. Like, what would be an entry level show or something that you can recommend to people that could kind of give them a bit of insight as to what anime is and like something that they can
um,
gravitate towards too.
okay, I'll go with some popular ones because I personally enjoyed them. If if you are somebody who likes to watch like superhero movies, I got two ones that are really good that kind of pretty to me I feel like it embodies what anime is, and what anime actually is a Japanese made animation. But I would say One Punch Man, right?
Yeah,
And My Hero Academia, because you get your fight scenes, you get your interesting characters, you get your plot twist, but also you get like emotional, like heavy emotional stuff where
Mm.
mm,
sometimes I honestly I feel like a lot of these Japanese writers and directors, they understand like human emotion a little bit better than we do. Like
yeah,
they hit you hard like that. And you're like, whoa, I have feelings. Ow. Why did you at me like this?
right, right.
Wow.
Okay. Well, shoot. I'm looking forward to seeing some more voice acting roles from you too, because like you said, you're in a game, and I just bought a PC, so I bought a laptop, but still, it's
Mhm.
Windows. I want to check it out, so I'll definitely tap into that after this interview just to see what the game's all about. But like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to everything that you have in the works because you're a very talented artist, and like I said, I see the drive, I see where you're going with it, and
Mhm.
it's pretty awesome
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
for sure.
Wow. So quick question. So what is one of your greatest accomplishments you had in the music industry?
It actually came from a fan, and it kind of hits me every time when I think about it. But I had this kid come up to me after one of my performances, and it was just a regular set. Like, I didn't do any PSA, I didn't have no message behind anything. It was actually a competition that I lost, but whatever. It's okay. What I got from this guy was so much more, and he said, I want to continue living because of the energy you have and the life you show
Wow.
on your stage. Like, the passion you have makes me want to live, and you make me want to do something more. And I was just like, I know I just laughed, but you didn't have to make me cry. Like, it,
Wow.
it just warmed my heart, because that's something that, like, I always wanted to help people with, because I didn't have the best high school experience with people, and life can be pretty hard, from a social aspect of how people treat you and the things you're doing, and how people can, like, knock you down even though they have no idea who you are. And the
Mhm.
struggle is, like, it's difficult, and just to hear that was just like so, like it just put fuel to my fire. Like, I really want to help people, and, like, I always give back to the community when I can. Like, I always try to donate my time, try to help others, be part of organizations that I truly feel like that matter. Like, I'm actually going to be a part of how do I say this? It's like it's starting off as a kind of a group for women who have been sexually assaulted and human
Mhm.
trafficking, also men as well. And that whole project is, we're actually trying to start up to have a ranch where we help women, grow crops, kind of readjust to life and try to help them grow. So that's something that I'm recently just started to be a part
Okay.
of. And, like, I just feel, as an artist, as a public figure, if you're trying to help those with your platform, you're doing something right. Doesn't matter how successful you are. If you're trying to help somebody out, you're trying to give a hand up, you're trying to help somebody else. That's what helps our society grow and become better. It's each individual's act to help others to make us better.
Like a positive influencer that you're
Yeah.
doing. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's
That's very good.
powerful.
Congratulations.
Extremely powerful.
That's continue that journey, because you never know who watching you too, and what people actually been through in their life. You
Mhm.
can't judge a book by its cover.
You
So
know,
I do that.
that's so true. But then when you think about that statement, you can't judge a book by its cover. If you getting a law book, you see it's a joke book, kind of misreading. Anyways, it's just a little
Yeah.
joke.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but
But
I'm a
no, it's so
bookworm.
true.
I'm a bookworm, so I know what you're trying to say.
yeah,
But that's
No,
the
but it's
saying
so
go.
true. It's so true. Like, when it comes to people, you never know. You never know who you touched, who you helped, but you also don't know what they've been through. And what my mom always says is, just because bad things happen to you doesn't mean you should do it to others.
Okay.
right.
So
So,
let
like,
me
I totally get that.
go ahead. Go ahead. What was you saying?
Oh no, that was the end of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying something else.
So I
Oh,
have a really quick question, just really, really quick, because I know we don't have much time left, but I noticed you're a streamer too, like you do gaming too on Twitch,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So just kind of using that same positive energy that fan came up to you and and kind of commented on about and really made your day. Would you consider doing any live performances on Twitch or anything music related on Twitch that people can tune into?
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to figure out how to get that all set up. Um, right now, I was just doing some video game stuff, just here and there, but I plan on doing live shows, as well as there's this app that I have called Spoon, where kind of later in the night, it's funny. I call it like my midnight freestyles, where what I'll do is I'll have people like give me an idea for a song and I'll freestyle it, or uh, what song do you want remixed into a different style? Like I remember I did a Imagine Dragons in a more like jazzy funk style.
Okay.
Then there's another one I did, which was like a lo-fi style. Another one I did like a rock song as an R&B song. So I'm coming up with some ideas, but yeah, I'm gonna soon be doing stuff on Twitch, other streaming platforms as well. I just gotta get my camera set up, get my sound system working through, because I didn't realize how difficult it is to be all
Yeah.
professional with that streaming stuff. I'm like, oh, all you need to do is just have connection to the no.
Yeah, all that camera, LED ring, all that stuff.
Right.
Right. And I'm like, I don't even have an LED ring. Oh no, I don't got money for that. So how can I diffuse this light over here? Oh God. Like it's a lot of background stuff no one like takes in consideration on how hard it is to do stuff like that.
Absolutely. But yeah,
So what
we'll
would you
definitely
say would
tune in.
be one of your biggest challenges you have in the music industry for you?
Making it in the industry. No.
You know what I mean?
No, I do. I have to say, I kind of put myself in a different kind of ring. So, like, I don't consider myself like a rapper anymore. I don't consider myself hip hop anymore. I'm kind of like a combination or an amalgamation of all these different styles. So the hardest thing is to kind of get that following and get that like niche market, because I kind of do everything. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint my fan base, because I recently did a analytics to see my age range, and it goes from 13 all the way to 65 up, and I'm like, well, that narrows it down.
Wow.
So the biggest challenge is just bringing those people who want to hear my music, and where would they find it and hear it. So I have to find, I don't know. I'm still working on it, so it's challenging.
Okay.
For sure. I'm completely aware. Like being a musician, I know your struggle, man. I know exactly what you're talking about. So I get it.
Yeah, like I've talked to some head people at like record labels. They're like, yeah, but what's your audience? And I can't go and be like, everyone. You know, like
Yeah.
they don't think that way. They're all like, okay, who's the audience? How can we target this? How can we market this? How can we make the most money out of what's going on here? And I'm just like, people.
Wow.
That's my target audience, people.
People, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Everybody's your target audience. That means that you can multitask. You know, you got this here and that here. You could bring in a big, audience.
Mhm.
So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that answer.
Yeah, so still waiting to get signed though.
But Mickey Monday, you got any other questions before we go into the trivia?
No, I mean, he's answered all my questions. I tried to throw some in there that would, kind of open him up a little bit and not give me any generic media trained answers. So he did pretty good, man. You did really well, JC.
I appreciate it.
Well, we do have a trivia question for you. I'm gonna let Mickey Monday go first.
Oh no, I'm gonna get exposed.
It's not that bad. It's not
Yeah,
that bad.
it's not that bad. So my question isn't more so, hers is a trivia question. Mine is just more a question about you personally. So like, just as a person. So if you were to just take a look at your life from now until, so as far back as you can remember, what would be a slogan for your life that you would choose? And then, once you do why would you choose that slogan?
Slogan. Gotta come up
Or
with
just a
one of
phrase,
those.
like.
Right.
I would. Okay. I think I got one. I don't know if I'm gonna say it right, but hopefully I got it right. I would say. Hold on. Oh God, now I'm digging back.
Some words to live by.
Mm, 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 mm.
You got it.
Ooh. Um, do you?
There you go.
Okay.
Do you?
Reason with that is, I mean, it's very simple, but it kind of means a lot. You know, it's like, don't try to be what everyone else is.
Hmm.
You know, once you figure out who you are and starting to understand where you're at, that's when you start growing and becoming unique, becoming more comfortable with yourself, more comfortable in your skin,
Hmm.
more comfortable with your likes of media. Like, I remember, like, when I started football, I stopped watching anime because I wasn't cool. And, like, I didn't have anyone else to talk to about anime. And, like, I missed out on, like, 80% of Dragon Ball Z, and I'm mad. Like, I'm like, what? Where's all this new stuff now? What?
Wow.
But you know, like, don't try to be someone else, because if someone else is trying to make you them, they're not that interesting. You know, if someone wants to be you, that means you're interesting. You know, that means you are
Mhm.
you. You're something people want to gravitate to. And yeah, we all have our awkward moments. We all have our weird phases. And sometimes those phases aren't phases. That's part of who you are. And you know, the more you lean into who you are, the better you grow, and the more you get to enjoy life. Like, I just started liking myself like a lot. Like, I'm just like, yo, I'm weird. I finally accepted that I'm weird.
Hmm. Yeah, that's the best
Um,
feeling, man.
and
That's
it's just like,
who you are.
yeah, and that's like, and that's why I had to look back at my music. You know, it's just like, why am I trying to be, you know, the Weeknd? There's already the Weeknd. There ain't a JC triple threat. Let me be that. You know,
Hmm.
that's kind of the mindset I'm at now, where it's just like, I need to be the best me that I can possibly be.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
that's wonderful.
you.
Beautiful, man.
Okay, so mine is a trivia question. So my question is, if you can interview one of these three people, which one would you interview and what would be the question?
Okay.
So the first person was Cardi B. The second person is Tiger King. And the third person would be Donald Trump. Which one of them would you choose to interview and what would be your interview question?
I'd say Donald Trump.
Okay.
My first question is, so we get another stimulus check?
We
Wow.
just might. I mean, they passed that Heroes Act bill, so we just might get another stimulus check.
Right?
It's in the bill, so it should be coming.
It should
So
be.
that would be the first question that you ask him.
Yeah, it's true. I'm going to be real. My philosophy when it comes to politics is, Bush didn't help me with my music. Obama didn't help me with my music. Donald Trump didn't help me with my music. It's been me, my family, the people close with me helping me with my music. So that's all I can say on it. Like, I'm not a politician. I'm not going to be like, oh, this rule, that rule. I'm just going to be like, hey, this is what I know. This is where I'm at.
Okay. All right. Well,
I have some opinions. Yes.
Hmm.
But I don't feel like it's my place to really, like, I'm not going to tell a basketball player how he needs to shoot better.
I got you.
Absolutely,
Even
yeah.
if that basketball player is good or not, maybe lost me $25. And just no.
Yeah. Nah, being an artist, you definitely have to be bipartisan and kind of just play both sides, you know. So
Yeah, in a sense. I mean, you got to think about it. An artist is very, very similar to a politician. You don't know, like, as an artist, I may have Donald Trump fans. Is it right for me to go, Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that, to lose somebody who likes me? You know,
I
I
got you.
try to keep the peace, let everyone believe what they want, like what they want, dislike what they want. You know, that's none of my business.
Mhm.
My business is making music, trying to help people where I can, because I'm the only person I can control, and I'd rather do the best that I can with it.
There
For
you
sure.
go. So tell everybody where they can follow you at.
So you can follow me on Instagram at AKA Triple Threat, Facebook, JC, AKA Triple Threat. I barely go on Twitter, JC_Triple Threat. I stream on Mixer as the Jsta11, which is long story why I even have that as a name. Let's see what else. You can find my music on pretty much anywhere, mainly Spotify, Google Play, iTunes. Some stuff's on SoundCloud. Got to update my SoundCloud, which is JC aka Triple Threat.
And there you go. There you have
Awesome.
it. Well, I want to say congratulations and good luck on your journey. You know, it seemed like you could have some stuff in the works for the future.
And you too. You know, I see you doing your thing here, even though with the pandemic going on. I see, you know, it ain't easy.
Yeah, we actually did an interview with you 2 years ago that you was in, that we did with you. So I wanted to follow up on it and see how everything was going. So definitely.
Trying to move up.
That's all we can do.
Right?
Well, thanks for interviewing with us today.
Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. It's a pleasure, man. Nice meeting you. And like CC said, man, you're doing so well, and I feel that momentum, that traction. Just keep it going, and you'll never know where you'll be, man. Just listening to you talk right now, and you know the passion that you have in your voice, I can hear it. So, like I said, I'm gonna be tuned in. So I hope everyone else watching will be tuned in too as you continue to grow as an artist.
And I promise I'll post more consistently. I know I'm bad. You'll be all like, did you die?
Got some light outside over there. We dark over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still day. I still got stuff to do. I got to work on music, possibly post.
Okay. Well, there you go. All right. Well, peace out.
All right. Peace. Thanks for having me once again.
Okay.
Thank you.